First heard about Revelstoke back maybe 2008. When I first came here, yeah, it was very much a build-your-own-adventure town. The day-to-day things of policing, it's not a normal lifestyle by any means. There's lots of responsibilities. You really do have to set a good example in the community as a police officer and as a normal human being. On the local level, there's a lot of involvement with the community. Like on an occasion, we do school presentations, we talk to the kids a lot. We can drop in at community centers and talk to people. Even just hanging out, and sometimes you see people while you're out for coffee and chatting with them for a little bit. And I think those little quick interactions with the public in a positive police manner, they do a load of good. So any chance we can get a positive police interaction is really a good one. There's tons of opportunities for those. So it really makes a big difference and makes living in Revelstoke and even my job a lot easier. There is a good sense of accomplishment every now and then. Anytime you can get drugs or firearms off the streets, that's always a huge bonus because you know you're deterring some serious crime or someone from getting hurt. There's a great sense of pride when you wear the red serge. We only wear it usually on ceremonial dress. When they started the Great March West, they needed to outfit over 1,000 RCMP members. Looking for uniforms, they didn't have any, so they had a bunch of leftovers from the English, and they went on to the stores and they found a bunch of red coats. So they're using what they had, and then they dressed up all the Northwest Mounted Police in red. And then that's how it became the iconic red serge. I think it is a small town community. It is a very beautiful community and a close one as well. As my role as a police officer is just to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to be safe. I just see it as what I signed up to do. I started skiing back in Ontario with my family, mom, dad, brothers. Started when I was a young kid, going on school trips. And then afterwards started going on my own as soon as I can drive. Me and my brother started going after school all the time, and then just kept trying to ski as much as we could. I'm extremely fortunate to be here. It totally complements what I like to do. Skiing is something that I've always liked. I've loved it here in Revelstoke before I was a police officer, and it's just an absolute bonus that I'm here as a police officer and I still get to do this. So I'm extremely grateful, and just to get out and be able to enjoy the mountains. I've skied most of the resorts in the Rockies area. I absolutely love it here in Revelstoke. It's steep and challenging, and maybe now it's a little more, I would say maybe even almost meditative, just a little more relaxing. Just to get out there on my own, you really are far out, and it is a real quiet place and nice, and there's not many distractions out there. So it's really just a good time to test yourself, and it's almost therapeutic out there. Anytime I can just put my head down and escape and clear my head, and it's just fantastic. Usually starts with checking the snow report, but for me it's always looking out the window first thing in the morning. Then the next step is checking on the phone and seeing if the gnome is snowed in. It's one of the coolest things they have at this mountain, Norm the snow gnome, and it's on a webcam and he gets buried in snow. It's the best indicator to know if it's going to be good. As soon as you see him buried, it's wake up early and get your skis and get out there as fast as you can. One of the things I like about Revelstoke is the tree skiing. There's tons of different terrain. It's quite steep and challenging, and especially the faster you go in the trees, the more challenging it gets. Kind of get a hit list of all my different spots that I want to go to on the mountain. And then depending on the days too, because as the days get longer, sometimes the next zone is better, the next zone's better. So Yeah, I usually have a big checklist in my head of different cliffs and drops and runs that I want to do, and get excited to go out there and check off that list. My background in skiing was also doing a lot of the flips and spinning and hitting rails and big air competitions. So a lot of it was mental preparedness for me. A lot of visualization, seeing things before they happen. I see that, I use that as a skier, and even so as a police officer I do that. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of different police scenarios that can happen, and if you're prepared for it, and if you can see it and anticipate it, it's all in your favor. So same with skiing, if you're going through fast, paying attention, awareness, visualization, and have that kind of desire to win and do well, and those skills are very transferable as a police officer, and they only help me succeed on the mountain and off the mountain.